Hello and welcome. Today we are going to be talking about nutrition labels. We are going to be breaking the labels down into smaller sections to help understand what is on the label to help make healthier choices. Let's start by looking at two different labels here. One is for canned beans and the other is for almonds. We're going to be using these labels as our examples. Before we get started, what are some of your first initial thoughts on the nutritional values of these products? First thing we're going to look at is the serving sizes of each label. Serving size is for reference and not necessarily how much you should eat. As you can see, the bean serving size is 1 cup and the almond serving size is 1 pack of almonds. Servings per container is number of serving sizes in a package. You must multiply nutrition info by number of serving sizes eaten. Now looking at calories. Most nutrition labels are based on a 2,000 calorie diet, but calorie needs are based on several different factors such as height, age, gender, activity level, and muscle mass. A general guide to calories is 40 calories is low, 100 calories is moderate, and 400 calories or more is a high calorie snack or meal. Now let's take a look at a few sections on labels where we want to limit the intake. Starting with saturated fat, look for low saturated foods. 1 gram or less per serving is great. Allow less than 10% of your daily calories to come from saturated fats. Trans fats are not good in any amount and should be avoided. Poly and mono unsaturated fats are healthy fats and are great on labels. Cholesterol, the recommended limit is 300 milligrams per day. Low cholesterol food is a 20 milligram or less per serving. Sodium, the limit is recommended at 2,300 milligrams per day. A low sodium food is 140 milligrams or less per serving. For sugar, you want to try to allow less than 10% of your daily calories to come from added sugars. The recommended limit is 25 grams for females and 38 grams for males. Now that we've talked about some things we should limit, let's talk about some things that we should add or look for on our labels. Starting with fiber. Fiber comes in soluble and insoluble fiber. It helps with digestion and heart health. A high fiber food is 5 grams or more per serving. It is recommended to get 25 grams or more daily. Vitamin C, we're looking for about 60 grams daily. Vitamin A, about 700 to 900 micrograms. Calcium, we're shooting for 1,000 to 1,200 milligrams per day. Iron, recommended limit is 8 milligrams per day. For women 19 to 50, it is recommended to get 18 milligrams per day. Now let's talk about percent of daily value. These percentages are found on the right side of the nutrition label as well as towards the bottom. These percentages are based on the 2,000 calorie diet, so may vary based on calorie needs per person. These percentages help to see if a food is high or low in a specific nutrient. 5% is low in a nutrient and 20% or more is high. Use these percent values to choose foods high in vitamins, minerals, and fibers, and low in fats, cholesterol, and sodium. Let's take some time to practice what we've learned. Here, once again, is the nutrition label for the Emerald almonds. Let's break this down into sections. Let's start with calories. 1 serving of this food would be 100 calories, a moderate calorie food. Now let's take a look at some of the nutrients we are trying to limit. Starting with saturated fats. The almonds have 0.5 grams. This looks good. Remember, we want to try to keep it 1 gram or less. There are 0 grams of trans fat, which is great. Cholesterol. This food item has no cholesterol, which is awesome. Remember, a low cholesterol food is 20 milligrams or less. Sodium. There's 15 milligrams. This looks great. A low sodium food is 140 milligrams or less. In sugar, there's 1 gram, also great. And if you look, there's no added sugars in these almonds. Now let's take a look at the good nutrients we should add and also other things we should look for on our labels. Starting with fiber. There's 2 grams of fiber in this food. Remember, a high fibrous food is 5 grams or more, and we want 25 grams or more of fiber per day. Last up, looking at the percent values of our vitamins and minerals. For vitamins A and C, it appears that there is none in this food. We would have to get those sources somewhere else. Lastly, the minerals calcium and iron. It looks like there's about 4% of your daily value in these almonds. Keeping in mind that the percent daily value is based off the 2,000 calorie diet. You can also see the rest of the percent daily value of each nutrient to the right of the label. Now that we've learned a little bit more about nutrition labels, I have 2 challenges for you. First challenge is next time you go to the grocery store, stop and analyze the nutrition label of at least 3 items you typically purchase. What do you notice from what we've learned today? The second challenge, I encourage you to track your nutrition in this next week. Review where you can make changes to limit sodium, sugar, and saturated fats. Do you have any other tips when it comes to reading nutrition labels? We'd love to hear. Comment below.